everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about awesome free tech tools that you can take advantage of. Thank goodness for programmers out there, nerds, not me because I'm not a nerd, just a tech guy, out there that love creating new programs and websites for people to utilize. It comes from years of software manufacturers creating expensive packages where it would lead people to pirate stuff. Sometimes these developers create free programs and try to suck you in with advanced features by letting you use the free features and then making you pay for some of the advanced features. But it doesn't matter. There's an assortment of tools out there for both Windows and Macintosh computers. Now, you can find some of these apps available for both your smartphones and your tablets as well, but the majority of them are on your desktop, or probably maybe 50-50 of them are some desktop, laptop, others tablets and smartphones. They make an app for it as well. So without further ado, let's switch screens and take a look at some of those free tools out there. Now, our first tool would be Firewall. And I'm bringing up a Macintosh computer because both on Windows, helps if I go to Windows, right? It's a Windows background. And on Macintosh, you've got free firewall and antivirus software built in. That's right. So if you're running Kaspersky or Norton or Avast or AVG or any of those products out there, and I guess you could consider some of those like Avast and AVG as free tools out there, but you want to stay away from them because those software companies have gotten a little greedy, and a lot of that becomes malware or even bloatware where it scares you into thinking that you need to purchase more protection. It's not the case. It's already built into your Windows or Mac, antivirus software that is. So, if you want to find it on the Mac, you won't find the antivirus interface, but you will find the firewall. Pretty simple way of just going into the Apple menu and then just going to System Preferences. Once you go into System Preferences, you can go to Security and Privacy, and after a few clicks of the mouse, there's your Macintosh firewall. Now, for some reason, the Mac firewall on my computer is turned off, and that may be the case with yours too, so a good little tech tip. Make sure the Mac firewall is turned on in your Macintosh, especially if you've got a MacBook Pro or Mac Air. If you're using free Wi-Fi, you want to make sure that firewall is on to make sure that you're safe and protected. So it's just a matter of clicking firewall on and it will turn it on at some point. My Mac is running a little sluggish here. It kind of helps if you put a password in there to make changes. So once we put in the system password, lo and behold, we can click on the option to turn on the firewall and it will turn it on. I'm going to go ahead and leave it off for now. Now for the antivirus portion of it, there's no interface, but it's called X-Protect, and it's built into your Mac. So you don't need to add any extras on there. Now, some people might want to add malware bytes on their computer because they can go in and scan potentially unwanted programs or files on their Windows or Macintosh computer. But overall, on your Mac, the antivirus software is built in. Now, what about you Windows users out there? Let's go and switch to our desktop. There's our Windows desktop, and all you need to do is type in the word firewall. I had a blank there, isn't that crazy? So anyway, if you go to Firewall and Network Protection, there's two options. You can go to Windows Defender Firewall, and it lets you know that it's on and connected. You can also, we don't want to do that. If we type in virus, threat and protection, it'll bring up Windows Defender Virus Protection. Shows that it did a quick scan, and it's always running in the background. So if you type in virus or type in firewall, Windows Defender will pop up and let you know that it is working in the background and that you can do what you need to do as far as your computer is concerned. Now, what about your internet? You want to know how fast your internet is, and the challenge is that with internet, we work so much online that it's hard to tell if our computers are running slow or if our internet's running slow. So obviously, if you're using programs like Yahoo Mail or Gmail or any web-based application like Dropbox or Google Drive or Google Apps and it's running slow, and that would be your internet. But if you're using Microsoft Office on your computer, desktop QuickBooks, or any desktop application that it's installed on your computer and it's running slow, then that would be your computer. But to check your internet out, as far as the speed, it's a great website called speedtest.com. I always talk about it, but I think people forget about it. Now, the thing about speed test is that you have to ignore all the ads that pop up on the screen. So none of this stuff you want to click, like the Google Store or Scooby-Doo is streaming on HBO Max. All that you can ignore. Now, the new Relic 1, I can't get rid of that, so let's just ignore it. The main thing you want to focus on is the Go button. Brings up the speed test speedometer. A speed test will even let you know what your internet IP address is, which switches, and also who your provider is. So Unite Private Networks and Google Fiber is what I'm currently using. So when we click on Go, it gives us our internet speed. And since I'm wireless and away from the router, that's the highest speed I'm going to get. But 100 megabits per second is pretty darn good for me being all the way across the room or the house from where the router is. The challenge is that if I were up closer, it would be faster, but a 97.8 download speed is pretty good. Now, my upload speed's kind of tanking for some odd reason. It normally will match up and go to the same speed as the download speed. So if check with your internet provider to know what speeds you're supposed to get, speed test will give you an indicator if you're actually getting those speeds. And with the numbers that pop up, you can definitely go back to your internet provider, get rid of some of those ads that pop up with that, and find out what internet speed you are getting versus what you are actually pulling down. So check your provider, compare the numbers, and then that way you can kind of troubleshoot if your internet's running slow rather than thinking that it's your computer all of the time. Now, our next tip is free cloud storage. I know some of you out there are probably afraid of the cloud, and I don't blame you because the cloud can be a scary place, but in all honesty, it's just someone else's computer. So it's not a bad idea to store some of that stuff on the cloud. And so for both Windows and Macintosh computers, you can download several programs to use in order to store that stuff on the cloud. We're going to start with the Mac, and we're going to start with OneDrive. Now, OneDrive works a little bit different on the Mac as opposed to OneDrive on a Windows computer. But keep in mind, too, the other two programs that I would highly recommend would be Google Drive and also Amazon Drive. Amazon has its own storage service. I bet you didn't know that, did you? So anyway, going back to our Macintosh computer, you can kind of see how OneDrive and all of these other programs work. Now, you can install an app or program that will allow you to quickly get access to your stuff. Now, on this Macintosh computer, it shows that the OneDrive folder is up to date. So it doesn't matter if I'm storing stuff on a Windows computer or on the Mac, it's in the cloud. I can see my files and access them quickly. Now, to go back a moment, let's talk about some of the stuff that you can access on your smartphone. Going back to speed test, believe it or not, they do make an app for speed test available for smartphones, meaning Android and Apple phones, and tablets too. So with speed test, you can definitely download the app and run it on your smartphone to see how fast your broadband speed is. So it doesn't necessarily have to be home Wi-Fi, but you can use it as a broadband checker to see how quickly your phone speed is. Same thing with your tablet. You can check it and run speed test on your tablet, check it, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. You can also check your Wi-Fi around your house. If you hook up your smartphone to your home Wi-Fi, you can use speed tests to go around your home to kind of find out what internet speed you're pulling in certain areas to make sure that you have a whole consistent area. So a little tech tip to avoid you from having the tech guy come out and fix your stuff, you can use your smartphone speed test. Now, back to OneDrive. Now, OneDrive is available for Mac, it's available for Windows, and believe it or not, it is available for smartphones. So it doesn't matter that it is a Microsoft product. OneDrive can be accessed from any device that you own as long as you download the app or you download the program onto your computer. So on a Mac, there's OneDrive, I can access my stuff. Same thing on a Windows computer. I can install the app or I can install it as a physical drive on my Windows computer and see all my stuff. And it will allow me to get access to all my files, which will be stored up in the cloud. Same thing works with Dropbox. Same thing works with Google Drive. Same thing works with Amazon Drive. It's just a matter of downloading an app to your computer and to your smart devices and being able to access stuff. Now, there's always size limitations with each of these free services. Now, for Dropbox, the size limitation for free Dropbox is pretty skimpy. It's only 2 gigabytes worth of data that you can store up to Dropbox. Now, keep in mind, Dropbox is more you want temporary online storage for your files. Now, for your other services such as OneDrive, Amazon, you get at least 5 gigabytes worth of free storage that you can put stuff up. And I could be mistaken because I think Amazon's gone up, but I know for sure OneDrive is only 5 gigabytes worth of storage, which if you're just storing documents, that's plenty of room for documents. Now, Google Drive probably is the more robust out of all of the free services because you can store up to 15 gigabytes worth of data, meaning documents. Now, as far as photos is concerned, your best bet for Google is to utilize Google Photos, and I'll try to pull that up here in just a second. But Google Photos allows you to, and I got it up, so let's pull it up, allows you to have unlimited storage with your photos. And the same thing with Amazon Drive. You get unlimited storage with your Amazon account. So in Google, it's just a matter of going to Google and then click on the Google Apps in the upper right-hand corner. Scroll down to Photos, wherever the heck it is. There we go. I didn't go far enough. And there's all the Google Photos. And so if you synchronize it right, Google Photos will actually synchronize information on your computers. It'll take stuff from your smartphones and it will upload all of those pictures pretty nice and neat. Same thing with your smartphone. If you download the Google Photos app onto your smartphone or tablet, it'll automatically upload those photos. Same thing with Amazon. Free, unlimited storage of all those photos. So if you have a lot of photos and videos on your smart devices and your smart device is clogged down with stuff, definitely download Google Photos so that you can upload those photos to the cloud, and you'll have a free backup system for all that stuff. And it's free. All you have to do is set up an account for Amazon and for Google, and your photos are backed up for free. Same thing with the file storage stuff, Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive for the free version. It's just a matter of signing up and you've got that free storage. Now with OneDrive, if you want more storage, it's a matter of signing up for Microsoft Office 365. And you get a terabyte of storage with OneDrive, which is pretty handy. If you're already paying the $9 a month for Microsoft Office, then you might as well take advantage of the 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte. That's a whole hard drive worth of information, the cloud storage, and it will back up your stuff. So keep that in mind. Now, next one has to do sort of with Google and Google Drive, but we'll start with desktop operating. I guess you can call it desktop office software. And so our program that we're going to look at is LibreOffice, which is available for both Windows and Mac. The reason I'm bringing this one up here as opposed to the obvious choice, which is going to be Google, is that LibreOffice offers a interface that looks like Microsoft Office. So if you're used to Office and you don't want to pay for Office anymore, you can definitely utilize LibreOffice. Now, if you're cutting edge and you're already a Google user, then I would highly suggest you go with Google Docs. Google Docs is easy. It's web-based. You can access it from anywhere. It's just a matter, if you haven't used it before, just click on the Google Apps when you're at the main Google page and you've got access to Docs, Google Drive, Gmail, Calendar, Sheets, Slides. Sheets is spreadsheets, Slides is for like PowerPoint. And even with a Google account, you can set up your own free YouTube channel. So how about that? Google also allows you to do meets in groups where you can do video conferencing free. There's that program called Zoom out there, but if you didn't want to use Zoom because of the whole Zoom bombing thing, you can definitely use Google Hangouts or Google Meet to do your video conferencing. So there's a little bonus freebie tool that you should use as far as the free applications out there. Now, one of my favorites is Canva, and let me pull it up. Another free tool that allows you to design just about anything. Canva's free. If you want to access more features like photos, you can pay more for Canva. But Canva, as you can see, allows you to do just about anything. You look at the top here, business cards, flyers, channel art, which is a challenge for you YouTubers out there, or even you social media people out there. If you're looking for channel art or banners for your social media channel, Canva has got the dimensions for you. You can just go into Canva, design your own template, bring your own photos, or use the free royalty-free photos. I don't know why I said that twice. But as you can see, there's a ton of stuff that you can do within Canva. It's like one of those little hidden gems out there that you can do. And you can do recommended, which is what most people do. You can even search by category from social media, marketing, flyers for events, business cards, documents, you name it, it's all in Canva. Even video too, like if I wanted to do a YouTube intro video, I can do it in Canva. Even school stuff is in here. So look at Canva because it is an awesome program that's free for most of the features that are on there. Again, if you want clip art and to take advantage of some of the more robust features, you will have to pay a little bit more for Canva. Now finally, because I suck at writing, I would recommend downloading Grammarly. And I'll show Grammarly, but we're going to go back to the Canva tip. Canva, and of course Google Docs, is one of those programs that I was talking about that you can access from your smartphone. You can definitely download Google Docs to your smartphone. LibreOffice, I think you can download it as well. But Canva, there is an app for that. You can download Canva and do designs on the go from the comfort of your tablet or smartphone. And the same thing with my favorite pal, Grammarly. All those blog posts I do, they look so great because of Grammarly. Now, Grammarly, you can install it to your Windows or Mac, or you can do what I do. Let's go to the plugin section here and install the Grammarly plugin for Chrome. What does that mean? Well, that means that Grammarly is going to look at every web-based application that you utilize and spell check it and check for sentence structure. So if you suck at spelling and sentence structure, like yours truly, download Grammarly. It's a free tool. You can pay for it, but the free tool is enough to get you by as far as your grammar is concerned. So with that said, if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. You can see that now. The way I used to do the videos before, you couldn't see the fingers unless I did like that. But now you can kind of just, I could point higher or lower, and you know I'm talking about. Leave your comment section below. If you want to offer suggestions for more tech tip videos, leave them in the comment section too. I always have to throw this out here. Be sure to subscribe. Move that around. Subscribe and like this video and like Integral on YouTube. I always point the wrong way. There we go. Or I can just point at my shirt. Or myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert. Both the YouTube channel and social media tips and tricks that are designed to help you get more from the technology you use at home and at work. So I love technology. I've read all the manuals and I'm serious about making technology fun and easy to use for everyone. So with that, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.